अस्सलाम वालेकुम डियर स्टूडेंट्स। लर्नर कम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम के प्लेटफॉर्म पे आपको एक बार फिर खुशामदीद। टुडे वी विल डिस्कस एवरीडे साइंस इम्पोर्टेंट वन लाइनर अबाउट फैक्ट्स ऑफ ह्यूमन बॉडी के जो इम्पोर्टेंट फैक्ट्स हैं, जो कि MCQs पॉसिबल होते हैं या कम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम्स में जो क्वेश्चन पूछे जा सकते हैं, उनमें से जो इम्पोर्टेंट हैं आज वो हम डिस्कस करेंगे। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर ऑफ बॉडी इज़ 98.4 डिग्री फ़ारेनहाइट पे और 37 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे होता है। कोरिन इज़ यूज्ड एज पैरालाइजिंग एजेंट। अ नर्व सेल इज़ कॉल्ड न्यूरॉन। ईच न्यूरॉन हैज़ several input called dendrites and a single output called axon. Weakest bone is clavicle bone. Hardest bone is collarbone. The part of small intestine that joins large intestine is colon. Hardest part of body is tooth. Most abundant element in human body is carbon. समटाइम ऑक्सीजन या कैल्शियम भी होता है, बट ये सेकंड या थर्ड नंबर पे होते हैं। सिस्टोल इज हार्ट कंट्रैक्शन। डायस्टोल is heart relaxation. Dendrites are connected with neurons. Epidermis, outer skin, is called the true skin. It is free from blood vessels and its cells are nourished by lymph. Muscles are held to the bones by tendon. Largest part of human brain is cerebrum. Blood fails to clot in the absence of calcium. The two most abundant element of mass found in Earth's crust are oxygen and silicon. Air drum helps in keeping balance of the body. In general, the probability of flooding decreases when there is an increase in amount of infiltration. Where is atlas bone in human body located? Neck. What does intelligent people have more in their hair? Zinc and copper. Which base differentiate DNA and RNA? Uracil. Eye is filled with two liquids. What is name of bones of human finger? Phalanges. Pons varolii is found in brain. Human brain contains 4/5 of water. 70% of water in body. Carbon in human body is 18%. Heart is conical in shape. Weight of heart is 9 ounces with 4 cavities. Kidney is 41 by 2 ounces. Weight of brain is 1.4 kg and it consists of 40 billion nerve cells. Right kidney is shorter and little lower than left. Kidneys are supplied blood through renal arteries. Liver received blood from the alimentary canal through hepatic portal vein. Coronary artery supplies blood to heart. Each kidney contains about 1 million nephrons. Eyeball is moved by 6 muscles. Most active muscle of human body is eye muscles. Digestion of food takes 3 to 4 hours in stomach. Capacity of stomach is 1.5 kilo of food. Clavicle is the collarbone. Scapula is the shoulder bone. Sternum is the chest bone. There are 24 ribs. Spinal cord has 33 discs. Bones in hand are 27. Ulna is the bone of forearm. Radius is the second bone of forearm. Carpal are 8 small bone of wrist. Tarsal is the ankle bone. Femur, femur and patella, kneecap, tibia and fibula are bones of lower limbs. Femur is the longest bone. Head or skull has 29 bones. Total bones are 206. न्यूबॉर्न बेबी में 300 होते हैं. टोटल मसल्स आर 600. समटाइम 650 भी हो सकते हैं MCQs में. 60,000 miles of capillaries of blood. Chemically, fingernails are made of protein. Nails are made of a tough material called keratin. Average body has 2 square yards of skin. Weight of skin is 6 pounds. Smallest bone is stirrup in the ear, about 1/10 of an inch. Newborn baby has 300 bones. In 22 weeks, baby is formed completely. 22 weeks के बाद complete baby बनता है. Ovum is a female germ cell. The sensation of skin is perceived by epidermis. Number of systems in body are of 7 types. Men breathe 20,000 times in a day. Root of hair is called follicle. More than 2/3 of body weight is made of fluid water. Messages sent in brain at 240 miles per hour. Weight of eyes is 1/2 ounces each. There are 1 leg hair. Muscle of jaw exert 219 kilogram weight. Circadian rhythm is a medical term of heartbeat. Atmosphere exert a pressure of 15 pounds per square inch on human body. Iris of eye regulates the quantity of light admitted into the eyeball. Outer layer of eyeball is called sclerotic. Front portion of sclerotic is called cornea. In eye, a convex lens is placed. Cornea is the only part of body without blood supply. In front of eye is cornea, which bends light as it passes into the eyeball. It is covered by a thin membrane called conjunctiva. Image made on retina is upside down, but our brain turns it right. Behind the cornea is the sheet of muscle called the iris, with the small hole in the middle called the pupil. Iris managed the amount of light entry into eye. In dark, it relaxes to let pupil enter light as much as possible, and in bright light it contracts. The muscles attached to the lens are ciliary muscles. These muscles can contract the lens thin to see distant objects, and for close objects these muscles relax. Retina contains cone-shaped cells that can detect colors. Retina contains rod-shaped cells that can see dim light. In the center of the retina is a small yellow area called the fovea, where each cell has its own connection to the brain. Skeleton word comes from Greek word meaning dried up. The defect of vision because of which a person cannot see distant object clearly, like myopia or short sightedness. Where on your body are the most sweat glands? Feet. Your eyeballs are 3.5% of what salt? The human body got 45 miles of them. What nerves? Where is your zygomatic bone? Cheek. Pancreas lies partly on the left side and partly on the right side of the body. Development of calf muscle in ladies who wear high heels is a common example of use and disuse of organ. Cerumen is the technical name for what body part? Airwax. Skin does not excrete oil. Male child is born if XY chromosomes are united. Liver receives blood from the alimentary canal through hepatic portal vein. For short-sightedness, men cannot see distant objects. A concave lens is used, and for long-sightedness, men cannot see near objects. A convex lens is used. Concave mirrors are used as shaving mirror. Doctors use concave mirrors for the examination of ear, nose, or eyes of a patient. Concave mirrors are used to focus light in case of searchlight and headlights of automobile. Cerebellum coordinates movements, conscious control, and balance, allowing you to move smoothly. The largest and most complicated part of brain is cerebrum. It controls conscious action, speech, and all your senses. It also does all you thinking and is the center of memory and learning. It has two halves linked by bundles of nerve fibers. Its right side does artistic creative tasks while the left is responsible for understanding, reading, and thinking. Our left reflex action is controlled by the nerves of the spinal cord without involving brain. Skeleton word come from a Greek word meaning dried up. Most abundant mineral in human body is calcium. Strongest muscle is thigh muscle. Iris in the eye contract on the entry of light. Retina acts as a lens in the entry of light. Weight of heart is 300 gram. Water in human body is 85%. Human being drinks 27 tons of water in a year. Peritoneum is a membrane. Unused fat in human body is converted into animal fat and stored in different part of body. Substances which bring down body temperature are antipyretics. Antibodies are proteins. Most easily breakable bone of body is collarbone. There is 21 by 2 pounds of calcium in human body. A human body has 236 joints. Dental enamel is the hardest thing present in human body. A man breathes 18 times in a minute. Sometimes ये 20 times भी लिखा होता है. A 9-inch nail can be made from the iron available in a body. Average weight of men's brain is 4.8 ounces and females 4.4 ounces. About 900 pencils can be made from the carbon preserves in human body. Skin does not excrete oil. New varieties of organisms can be brought about by hybridization. Male child is born if XY chromosomes are united. Total teeth 32, 8 flat incisors at the front, found found pointed canine, and 20 flat topped premolars and molars at the back of the mouth. Tooth is covered by tough white enamel. Enamel is the hardest substances in body and resists almost everything except the acid produced by some certain bacteria. Liver is the body's chemical factory. Liver is the largest organ in the body. Liver carries out more than 500 different tasks. Liver recycles old red blood cells. Liver takes up and stores glucose from blood. Liver also absorbs and stores fat and some vitamins. Liver uses within B12 for making new blood cells. Nearly two-thirds of our body is water. We lose about a liter and a half of water each day in sweating, breathing, and urination. Each kidney is made up of millions of tiny filtering units called nephron. The nephron can filter about 4 liters of blood every 5 minutes. Each day, about 200 liters of water leaves the blood and passes into the filters. Most of it is then reclaimed and returned to the blood. Only about a liter of water per day stayed in the nephron to leave the kidney and flow into the bladder as urine. Urea is poisonous, so the kidney remove all of it from the blood. Liquid which leaves the kidney as urine is about 96% of water and just 4% salts and urea. The urinary bladder can hold about half a liter of urine before we must empty it. Amniotic sac is a protective bag of fluid in which the baby floats. A baby is attached to the side of the womb by placenta. Homo erectus mean upright man. Homo sapien mean wise man. Cells in intestine are easily worn away and live for only a few days. Bones cells can last for 30 years. The left ventricle pumps blood all around the body. Capillaries are so small that they can fit between cells. A living bone has layers of hard calcium phosphate on the outside and a honeycomb of hard bone of living cells inside. Bone marrow supply blood cells over 2 million every second. In the inner chamber of air called cochlea, the vibration sends waves of movement through a fluid. The cochlea is liked with thousands of sensitive hairs. Thumping of heart or breakout of sweat are caused by adrenaline. From the age of about 5 years, a child's body grows steadily. Protein is a natural polymer. Muscles along the digestive system contract in a sequence called peristalsis to squeeze food along. Nutrients of food are absorbed in blood in a long section of intestine called ileum. If uncoiled, ileum is 5 to 6 meter long. Eye contains only three types of color sensitive cell. These are called cones on retina. Cones respond to red, green, and blue light. Brain makes out other colors by combining the signals from these cells. Ophthalmology deals with eyes. Orbis is mobile eye hospital. Synovial fluid is the joint oil between bones. Smallest bone is stapes or striap bone. It is one of three auditory ossicles in the middle ear. Its length is 0.10 to 0.13 inch. Your tongue is the only muscle in your body that is attached at only one end. You use 14 muscles to smile and 43 to frown. A living bone has a layer of hard calcium phosphate on the outside and a honeycomb of hard bone or living cell within. Every second, hundreds of tiny pulses of electricity shoot through your body along living wires called nerves. There is a place in the retina where the light sensitive cells are interrupted by the presence of optic nerve head. It is known as the retinal neural transmission layer. Cavity of Ascaris is known as coelom. Membranous labyrinth of air is filled with endolymph. Crura cerebri is found in midbrain. Strongest muscle of human body is the masseter muscles, which is located in the jaw. Muscle account for 40% of one's body weight. There are 230 joints in body. Kids have 21 teeth. Adults have 32 teeth. Small intestine are about 25 feet long. Large intestine are 5 feet long and are 3 times wider than the small intestine. Most people shed 40 pounds of skin in a lifetime. Body is 70% water. Normal body temperature is 98.6 Fahrenheit. When you sneeze, air rushes through your nose at the rate of 100 mph. An eyelash lives about 150 days before it falls out. Your brain sends a message at the rate of 240 mph. About 400 gallons of blood flow through your kidney in one day. You blink your eyes about 20,000 times a day. Your heart beat about 1 lakh times a day. Humans breathe 20 times per minute, more than 10 million times per year, and about 700 million times in a lifetime. You have about 1 lakh hair on your head, 10 million nerve cells in your brain. Each of your eye has 120 million rods which help you see in black and white. Each eye has 6 million cones which help you see in color. 1 in 12 men is colorblind. Brain of a normal human adult weigh about 30 lb. For an adult, blood pressure of 120 over 180 is regarded as ideal and pressure of up to 140 over 90 is normal. Iris in the eye contracts on the entry of light. Retina acts as a lens in the entry of light. In your body, where is macula, eye center of the retina? Weight of heart is 300 gram. Heart pump 5 liter of blood in 1 minute. Colon is mainly responsible for water absorption from the undigested residue. Right kidney in men is slightly lower in position than the left kidney. Movement of food through esophagus is by the muscular action known as peristaltic. In the human body, what is replaced every 3 months? eyelashes. Our eyes are always the same size from birth, but our nose and ears never stop growing. Thickness of your skin varies from 1 over 20, 1 over 2 to 6 millimeter, responding on the area of your body. The temperature of the dead human body on Celsius scale is 25 degree. Normally, room temperature, where your body is the labyrinth air. What does a hypodermic literally mean? Underskin. In the body, where would you find your villus small intestine? Where is dirtiest skin on your body? The face. The number of spinal nerves in the man is pair 31. Part of the human body can expand 20 times its normal size. Stomach 0.5 liter to 5 liter. In the human body, where is your occiput back of head? Central nervous system controls the reflex action in the human body. Terminal part of vertebral column in man is called coccyx. Urinary system of the body consists of three organs. Heridian canals are present in bone. The heartbeat is initiated and regulated by nodal tissues made of specialized cardiac muscle called Purkinje tissues. The gestation period of human being is 9 months. The first heart sound is produced when diastole begins. Where would you find Lunati, triquetral and hemati bone in wrist? Which part of human body contains the most gold toenails? In the body, luteinizing hormone is produced by what gland? Pituitary. Due to buffer system, human blood has a pH of 7.4. The normal temperature of human body is 98.6 Fahrenheit. Chemical element, most percent of body, 65% oxygen, 18% carbon and 10% hydrogen. Cell membrane is made up of protein and lipid molecule forming a semi-permeable membrane. Carbohydrates in the cells are in form of glycogen. An epithelium is a collection of cells. Exoskeleton lies external to the muscles. Exoskeleton is commonly found in anthropods, anthropoids and mollusks. Exoskeleton is composed of dead substances secreted by the cells. Endoskeleton lies internal to muscles of the body and found in all vertebrates. It is formed of bones and cartilage. Endoskeleton is composed of living cells. Air has 6 bones: malleus bones 2, incus bone 2, and stapes 2. Human skull has 22 bones. There are 26 vertebrae in the human body. Total number of ribs are 24 true ribs, 14 false ribs, 6 and floating ribs, 4. Sternum is that bone where the ribs meet medially. Collarbone are 2, shoulder bone are 2, carpal bone are those bones which form the wrist, numbering 8. Small forearm bone is radius and main forearm bone is ulna. Humerus is upper arm bone. Metacarpal bone are found in the hand, numbering 5. Phalanges are small bones present in finger, also called digits. These are 14 in number. Each leg is composed of 29 bones. Tarsal bone is also known as the ankle bone. These are 7 in number. Phalanges are 2 bones, numbering 14. Vertebrae are 33 in number. Vertebral column cover spinal cord and protect it from injury. Clavicle bones are also known as collarbones. These are 2 bones. Scapula are called shoulder bone. Sternum is called chest bone. Patella acts like a kneecap and protects the knee joint. Tibia is the main large bone of the lower leg, also known as calf bone. Fibula is the smaller part of lower leg. Femur bears the weight of the body. It is in upper leg. Muscles are composed of thread-like protein structure called myofibril. Cardiac muscle tend to contract rhythmically even when it is disconnected from the nervous system. Trapezius muscle is responsible for movement of shoulder. Sternocleidomastoid muscle is the longest muscle of the body. It bends head and neck. Brachialis anticus muscle is responsible for bending forearm to the upper arm. Heart is enclosed in a tough membrane called pericardium. There are four chambers of heart. Heart is surrounded by a fluid called as pericardial fluid. Weight of heart is female is 25% lesser than in males. Excitability and contractility of the heart is due to the presence of myofibrils of actin and myosin. Purkinje fibers are tissues of heart. SA node and AV node are special conducting tissue of the heart. SA nodes were discovered by Keith and Fleck in 1907. AV node function as pacemaker. Right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from body collected by superior vena cava from head and upper parts, while from the lower parts of inferior vena cava. Right atrium opens into right ventricle through right atrioventricular aperture guarded by bicuspid या bicuspid wall, allowing one-way flow of blood. When right ventricle contracts, the blood is pushed by the way of pulmonary arteries to the lungs for oxygenation. Left atrium is that chamber which receives the oxygenated blood from lungs by pulmonary veins. Left atrium opens into left ventricle. From there, blood is pumped into aorta, which distributed blood to body. Left atrium opens into left ventricle, from where blood is pumped into aorta, which distributes blood to body. Cardiac cycle consists of three events: auricular systole, ventricular systole, and diastole. Each cardiac cycle takes 0.8 seconds. Aorta is the largest vessel of body. Biggest artery is aorta with a diameter of 1 inch. Arteries carry blood away from the heart except pulmonary arteries. Arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary arteries. Smallest artery is called arteriole. Walls of veins are much thinner than the arteries. Coronary arteries supply blood to heart. Carotid arteries supply blood to head. Subclavian arteries supply blood to shoulder and forelimbs. Coeliac artery supply blood to digestive system. Renal artery supplies blood to kidney. Iliac artery supplies blood to legs. The most important function of perspiration is to regulate the body temperature. Number of chromosomes in the human body is 46. First tissue culture was grown in space on December 17, 1997. The tiny air sacs in the lung tissue are called alveoli. Farmer's lung is a type of hypersensitivity pneumonitis. Otalgia is what condition? Iraqi. Scurvy is a disease resulting from a deficiency of vitamin C. which is required for the synthesis of collagen in humans. Scorbutic gums are a symptom of scurvy. Scurvy leads to the formation of spots on the skin, spongy gums, and bleeding from the mucous membranes. The spots are most abundant on the thigh and legs, and a person with the ailment looks pale, feels depressed, and is partially immobilized. In advanced scurvy, there are open suppurating wounds and loss of teeth. It was described by Hippocrates. Short-sightedness can be corrected with the use of concave. Pancreas lies partly on the left side and partly on the right side of the body. In total, 25 elements are present in human body. तो dear student, ये important fact about human body थे. अगर इसमें कोई मिस्टेक्स हों तो काइंडली कमेंट में ज़रूर आगाह कीजिएगा ताकि मिस्टेक से बचा जा सके, और उम्मीद करते हैं कि ये वीडियोस आपके लिए बहुत हेल्पफुल और बेनिफिशियल साबित हो रही होंगी। इंशाल्लाह मिलते हैं नए टॉपिक के साथ, तब तक अपना ख्याल रखिएगा। अल्लाह हाफिज़।